I'll just get the ball rolling. We'll start off with CSK. So CSK obviously started off with 4 losses. By the way, as Rehan showed me that someone pointed out, the same number of they lost the number of matches that they've won trophies. Like CSK have won 4 titles and they lost um, their first 4 games, and then they registered a win against RCB, and we have to see what they do against Gujarat Titans. But if Sunrisers are anything to show, it shows that momentum is everything, and so it'll. Hopefully CSK, as a CSK fan, hopefully CSK will uh, bounce to the top. And yeah, the match against RCB was a very fun match to watch. Obviously, we were hard carried by Dubey and Uthappa. Gaikwad again wasn't really able to perform to his potential, which is disappointing. But yeah, Uthappa stepped up. We saw him get a few starts early in the tournament, but he stepped up. I know you're a big fan of him, ex KKR lad and all. So yeah, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, obviously they had a really good game against RCB. Their batting, their batting was good. Mainly Robin Uthappa and Shivam Dubey, of course. Um, I love Uthappa. He used to be with KKR, won Orange Cap for us in 2014 when we won the title. So obviously big fan of him. And he delivered. He was really well. He played really well. Scored 88, which is his highest IPL score, and it was a good time to do it because CSK were on a losing streak. And obviously Shivam Dubey, who Om despises, and he scored a 96 against Om's favorite team, which is fitting to say the least. He batted really well, and he's been batting really well for the last few games. This was his, I think, second 50, and he had a 49 once also.
Yes.
So he's been in good touch, and he's lucky he got the number 4 position in CSK because not many teams would have given that to him. So he's lucky CSK showed the faith in him, which is what I said they would do if you check out the post-auction recap. And I told you guys that Shivam Dubey would become a different player under CSK, and it's looking that way. And hopefully for CSK fans like Vivian, that continues. So their batting has been pretty solid, mainly Uthappa and Dubey. But another thing that was a positive for them out of that RCB game was Theekshana. Their bowling has been subpar this tournament, and Theekshana took a 4 for. Obviously, he's a sort of mystery spinner from Sri Lanka, and he showed what he can do in the last game. Vivian, what are your thoughts on his performance?
Yeah, Tikshana played really well. He obviously got 4 wickets, and yeah, CSK went all in with playing 2 foreign pacers, or I mean 3 foreign pacers. You have Bravo, of course, and you have Jordan, who are the foreign pacers, and then Tikshana is a foreign spinner. Sorry, I meant 3 foreign bowlers. Um, yeah, Tikshana bowled really solidly. He sort of sealed the game for CSK. The match sort of it was despite a sort of late or middle over revival from RCB. CSK had sealed the game relatively early. I would say we got like 4 to 5 wickets of the main RCB, the core of the RCB batting, which is Virat, Maxwell, and Faf. We got them pretty early. So yeah, it was a good game. Tikshana bowled quite well, so that's positive for CSK. Now CSK has 3, as we talked about in the last episode, which you guys should watch. Oh, also guys, we also upload shorts and clips and stuff. So if you don't have time to watch the whole episode, check those out. Um, yeah, what I was saying was, as we talked about in the last episode, CSK's strength. We talked about how the best part of their bowling is obviously their foreign bowling, particularly without Chahar. They have a useless Indian contingent in like Chaudhary, and Dubey with the ball is still not very good, despite him being good at the bat. And yeah, this just strengthens my position that CSK's bowling strength lies in their foreign players.
Right. And speaking of foreign players, Moeen Ali has not been firing at all. Couple of runouts, a few low scores. I know it might be sacrilegious to say this, especially coming from me, who I love Moeen Ali.
Yes.
But do you think there might be a case for switching Moeen Ali out for someone like a Devon Conway? especially since Moen barely bowls.
No, I don't. I
Not
don't think
right
it.
away, of course. Not right away, of course. If maybe a couple more failures throughout the next week.
Um, I don't think they will. I don't think they should. You're right. Moeen doesn't bowl. He can bowl. He's a bowling option, particularly in cases where, as we've seen in the past, which has happened. CSK's some of their bowlers, their Indian contingent, specifically Mukesh Chowdhury, Shivam Dubey, don't fire. Moeen Ali is a handy fourth bowler, and so the four of the five bowlers for CSK would be foreign bowlers in this. The foreign players in this situation, but either way, he's a handy spinner to have. He's obviously a right arm off spinner. CSK has another sort of backup spinner in Jaddu, or when I say backup, I mean not in the main bowling contingent, but he's obviously a left arm spinner. So I think he's important to have, and I think we have to give him time. We know how lethal he can be. He can single handedly win you games. Uh, when he's in good touch, he'll come in one down for CSK and sort of take us to a very quick 120, 130 and say 13, 14 overs and just let our finishers do the job. Um, to be fair, our finishers haven't been the best. More of our strength in the only game we've played, the strength has lied completely in our like robust middle order. I never thought I'd be saying that about CSK because I didn't really uh, back their middle order previously, but as we've seen, they're robust middle order, and so yeah, I think Moeen just adds that. I don't think they're gonna add Conway. Where are they gonna put him? They're not. Then I don't think they'll play him 1D. If they bring him in, they'll want to make him opening. I don't. They're definitely not gonna replace Gaikwad, and they're gonna keep Uthappa up front after what he's done. So I don't think it's gonna happen, and I don't think it should happen.
Yeah, yeah. Sorry for bringing that up. I know it's a tough topic for
Yeah.
CSK fans. um, but that's CSK. Vivian, I want to ask you one last question about CSK. Do you think they have what it takes to actually turn this around and do a sort of comeback like SRH has shown?
Will they come back? I think they could very well develop a winning streak, but I don't think the team has the capability. Considering the strength of some of the other teams we've seen, even if CSK beats some of those teams, I don't think the comeback will be sufficient to displace the top four and enter the playoffs. But I will always hold out hope. Uh, Even if there's a 1% chance it'll happen, I'll back them. So I don't think it'll happen. I'll still support them all the way.